You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Goku Midnight Eye. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here, and once again I decided to cover another anime OVA that was from 1989 that only has 2 episodes. For today's anime review is Goku Midnight Eye. Yep. Goku Midnight Eye is a 1989 anime OVA that is based on the manga of the same name by Buichi Terasawa, who is known for Space Adventure Cobra. Goku Midnight Eye tells about a detective named Goku Furinji who gains a cybernetic eye implant that can control any computer system on the planet. The manga has been published in English by Comics One and Dr. Master on there. However, for the 1989 Goku Midnight Eye anime OVA, it only lasted for 12 months for a 2-episode OVA series, particularly. This totals up to like 16 minutes per 2 episodes of this. Yes, and this anime is directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri, who is known for the titles such as Wicked City, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, and Ninja Scroll. Yep. And the same way how this was released in 1989, particularly around the same time as Dragon Ball Z series, Ranma Half, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Angel Cop around the same time in 1989 as well. So, let's review this anime about Goku Midnight Eye. Let's begin. Based off a very short-lived manga by Buichi Terasawa, who is the creator of Space Adventure Cobra, as well as being loosely inspired by the ancient Chinese folk tale, which is particularly Journey to the West. Yep. Goku Midnight Eye is focused on the protagonist Goku Furinji, a hard-boiled, noir-style private eye whose most noticeable feature is his attire consists of a constantly open blazer and tie revealing his bare chest. For the most of the plot, that's about as straightforward as it needs to be. The first OVA focuses on a strange series of murders happening to several police officers whose deaths have been reported as suicides, which leads both to Shinjuku's Yakuza kingpin named Genji Hakaryu and a mysterious woman who is able to distribute a peacock feathers with eyes that's just by having someone gaze at them leads into daze, and then suicide as well, for what you see in Goku Midnight Eye. Yep. As Goku ends up being one of the victims of this hypnotic gaze, he stabs his left eye out to break the gaze at death's door. He is miraculously gains a new eye with some incredible features. Yep. The processed data are based upon sight so everything is analyzed based upon what information has been stored of what's in store for this particular anime like Goku Midnight Eye. Hypersensitive audio and sensibilities with the able to hack any computer on the planet, what you see in Goku Midnight Eye, based upon every technological secret known to man, gain access codes to nuclear arms and plunge the world into another war, what you see in Goku Midnight Eye. Yep. So, essentially, hyper-advanced supercomputer in his eye that can see and do anything, as well as the eye he is given a staff, much like the Monkey King and his staff that you see in the Journey to the West, made of metal that can punch through any solid material and act as a powerful weapon, with us to using it to fight Genji Hakuryu and his female laser shooting cyborg in the form of a stripper with motorcycle handles, which is weird and freaky as hell. The second OVA focuses on Goku as he has been asked by Ryoko Kaadoma to find her long-lost brother Ryu Kaadoma, who has been made into a psychic super soldier who has gone missing, but all tampering leads to a man known as Zenzo Kadoma as he uncovers the truth behind the lies and the corruption behind Ryu Kadoma's homicidal rampage, what you see in the anime OVA Goku Midnight Eye as well. Yep. What's set up here in this incredibly engaging and promising detective noir story with List at the same time adding a grimy and dystopian cyberpunk twist to his rendition of Journey to the West, but at the same time as problems that for any anime it needed addressing. Both OVAs runs about 60 minutes for 2 months for a 12-month OVA, which only has 2 episodes. While the stories in both OVAs are well told, the biggest and really only problem with is that there is so much here to be told. The story of how one man is given rather unique, at the same time incredibly dangerous piece of technology, and based on what he could do with it is never really developed on properly. All the while, the characters with lists, some of them are developed in tiny amounts needed to have some more time and focus on them. Isn't given a character profile at this point as it was to know for any anime like Goku Midnight Eye as well. Yep. So on that, that backstory as well, some insight on who they are and what they needed to be addressed. So really the biggest problem is that with this is that it's just too short at this point, as if it was would have been either edited as a condensed movie version at this point. It's not like how it ended up with other ones like Legend of the Overfiend to this time. But for Goku Midnight Eye, however, the positives, though, outweigh the one major negative. Goku Midnight Eye is a cyberpunk tale through and through. The misty and dark atmosphere makes every part of the anime feel haunting and foreboding, which harkens back to the cyberpunk films such as Blade Runner, and how the scope of the setting brings so much to the story, and how the use of technology affects the characters and weaponry used. What makes this gem? This was made by the great studio Madhouse and done by legendary Yoshiaki Kawajiri, who's known for Wicked City, Ninja Scroll, Demon City Shinjuku, and Cyber City Odio 808, and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust as well for this particular OVA, like Goku Midnight Eye as well. Yep. And the style shows in the look of the characters and high resolution of the detail in the set pieces. While this one isn't the one of Kawajiri's best works, it falls in the typical setup that his films usually use when the main male characters are either stoic, brooding badasses, and the women are sexually livestock for the villains to abuse some form or another, as well as end up dying or dropped from the story, as if it was to have been either killed off from the story at this point. However, for the most part of the animation for the product of the late 80s and early 90s is exceptional, with the neon brightness to the cityscapes to the darkness of the alleys, sewers, and dim-lit bedrooms for the two opposite love interests to engage in sexual intercourse, and done well, which is why this works well for being a noir-styled anime, as well as for the other character designs by Hiroshi Hamasaki, who is known for Biohunter, Terraformers, Junk Boy, and Zillion. It adds a sort of realism to the production for this particular anime. Now, for the audio perspective, first off, the soundtrack by both Kaz Toyama and Yukihide Takegawa is barely noticeable for being the mostly a synth score to give it Goku Midnight Eye that cyberpunk feel. However, the score doesn't feel really that heavy or leave that much of an impact. The ending theme, however, by Yuki Katsugiri, called Fighting in the Danger, is easily highlighted as she offers a heavy roughness to the song, for which feel it's for a story like this. But I noticed there's some English dub in Goku Midnight Eye, however. Yep. The English dubs are split because there are 2 dubs. One done in the US by Urban Vision Entertainment, and one done by Manga UK, which is in the United Kingdom, especially for the English dub for the 1989 anime OVA like Goku Midnight Eye as well. Speaking of English dubs, however, I'll get to tell you more about in a moment for the Japanese dub for Goku Midnight Eye. For the English dub, however, for the Urban Vision dub, it has Steve Bloom who is known for Cowboy Bebop, playing the protagonist Goku Furinji. And while he is playing the character as your typical noir cop, this is sadly for Steve's roles that is a little hit and miss. For the rest of the cast of this dub, it includes Kirk Thornton, who is from Rurouni Kenshin and Fushigi Yugi, Michael Sorich, Rebecca Forstadt, and Stephen Apostolina. For which of them, sadly, they aren't at their best at this point if they were trying their best for an English dub for this particular anime. And feel like questionable marks for some of the characters they play due to lack of any character development. For the dub and by Manga UK, which is my first exposure to how you experience of how it's just how you expect it, works in a little ways, not having enough to leave an impression, but to help carry the story and make the performance sound natural. Jeff Harding plays Goku, which makes him sound somewhat cynical and dry, as well as given any lines he says some form of memorability, which due to the incredibly short running span feels for him to do. The Manga UK dub features names such as Garrick Hogan and Bill Roberts to help make something of the characters they play and make them sound natural. But bottom line, when it's all said, Goku Midnight Eye is kind of how you expect for a 1989 OVA, with the use of mythology from Journey to the West, shows much of life there as clearly as seeing at how it could incorporate it in a cyberpunk setting like Blade Runner in its way. But all the while, it's just too short, and for the characters have no development at this point if they needed character profiles for Goku Midnight Eye, in my opinion. Not enough of them to make them interesting for a work of both Buichi Terasawa, who is the creator of Space Adventure Cobra, as well as the work by Yoshiaki Kawajiri. This builds up the excitement and fails to deliver all because of the length. So much potential in the series, and easily why something as good as this clearly could be deserved how you expect dramatic power. Yeah, with the use of cyberpunk setting like Blade Runner in the process, as well as it has mythology vibes, which is from the Journey to the West in this particular anime. However, in the Japanese dub of Goku Midnight Eye, because this features Ichiro Nagai, who's from Wicked City, Ranma Half, and Urusei Yatsura, as in this particular anime. Yep. The production corporation that worked on Goku Midnight Eye is Madhouse and Toei Animation. Yeah, because in the English dub from Urban Vision Entertainment for the English dub of Goku Midnight Eye features Stephen Bloom, who is known for the voice as particularly Spike Spiegel in the Cowboy Bebop series, which is one of his works I can expect as well. Yep. However, he was voiced in the Japanese version. He is voiced by Juji Matsuda, who is known for anime he has worked on, such as Ashita no Joe, Lupin III, The Castle Cagliostro, Fist of the North Star, and Dragon Ball, Wrath of the Dragon, and other anime he has worked on as well. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Goku Midnight Eye for today's anime review. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts on this anime review. It's been a while since I watched Goku Midnight Eye, because I can tell it's a 12-month OVA that only runs from January until December in the same year, 1989, because it's only 2 episodes for this particular anime OVA for an anime like Goku Midnight Eye. Hope subscribe for content. My Anime Planet link in the description below. You can share this video on your Twitter, Facebook. If you have Twitter and Facebook account, and all of social media, be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking on the like button on this video. Feel free to leave in the comments section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RurouniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel. Hit the notifications bell and be sure to get new to my channel. And keep it otaku for this anime review, and I got another one coming up here. Stay tuned for my next anime review, this time about some flying witches, and for my next anime review on Flying Witch. Stay tuned for my next anime review on Flying Witch, because you won't want to miss another anime review.